And let me get started here. Okay, hello and warm welcome to Urban Green Homes Community Redevelopment Corporation. We're excited to have you join our team, yay, as the newest member of our volunteer coordinator family. Before we delve in, let's talk about our volunteer mission. At Urban Green Homes CRC, we believe that volunteers play a crucial role in achieving our goals. As a volunteer coordinator, you'll be at the forefront of connecting passionate individuals to our mission of revitalizing small urban starter homes through environmental sustainability and affordability. You're not just coordinating, you're a vital part of building a community committed to positive change. As our volunteer coordinator, your role is multifaceted. You'll be matching volunteers with tasks aligned with their skills and interests, creating schedules, and ensuring our events and initiatives are well supported. You'll be a bridge connecting the enthusiasm of our volunteers to the impactful projects that make a difference in our communities. At Urban Green Homes CRC, collaboration is at the heart of everything we do. You'll be working closely with other team members to simultaneously integrate volunteers into our organization. We're a family here and supporting each other and working together towards our shared mission. As a volunteer coordinator, you'll be instrumental in developing and conducting orientation training programs. You'll provide ongoing support, guidance, and feedback to ensure the success of our volunteers. You're not just coordinating, you're empowering our volunteers with the knowledge and skills needed for their roles, okay? Before your start date, we sent you a set of important documents. I'm sorry, let me get this on again. Before your start date, we sent you a set of important documents via DocuSign. These include the volunteer handbook, volunteer agreement, remote volunteer waiver, a detailed job description with suggestions on aligning volunteers with our mission, and exciting team building activities. We've also included a copy of the job application for your records. Okay? As you embark on this journey with us, remember that your impact matters. Each volunteer you coordinate, every event you support contributes to the growth and success of Urban Green Homes CRC. Thank you for choosing to be a part of our community. Your dedication as a volunteer coordinator is invaluable, and we look forward to achieving great things together. Okay, so let me just go through just a little bit of our what I sent to you for that's going to be in DocuSign. So I'm going to share the screen, and then I'm going to explain a little bit of how to fill in your hours as you work. So we'll talk about this again at your assignment day. So I have one appointment for Tuesday. So we'll go through that then, okay? So let me share this screen. This is what I'm sending today. So screen 2, share. Okay, so there's a thank you letter. We are delighted to have you, so thank you. And we look forward to working together. And it describes our mission again, okay? This is our volunteer handbook. This guy really looks like my grandson, I have to admit. This one, I think he's a little older. My grandson, he's 20, and he just got his first apartment this weekend. So he'll be moving in on Monday. Thank goodness. He's working really hard, got a nice little Buick. I think he's like an old man in the old soul in the little 20-year-old body, but he's not little, he's pretty tall. This guy favors him. Anyway, this is our handbook. And this just explains, if you could just review, excuse me, you could just review everything here, and then about us. I mean, we talk about us like a million times, so hopefully, as much as we talk about our mission, this will help towards your position as a volunteer coordinator volunteer. Okay, meet the team, here's me. And then I am interviewing right now some members of the board of directors, and there's AY, she has to be called AY, that makes it short. and another person we'll have on board with her soon to do the onboarding, and then she'll be hopefully doing the um, organization of volunteers. Kelly Wells, she started a few weeks ago. We're just getting in the swing of things. She just received her assignment. Yvonne Davis, she just left, so she backed out. So this is just a holding point for another person to come in when you guys, volunteer coordinators, bring as many volunteers as we can get, probably up to 12, I would say, and then get us going, get some momentum going. And then we have a fundraiser coordinator and volunteer grant writer. Of course, there's going to be other volunteers that will be coming on board soon. And then we talk about code of conduct. I also mentioned code of conduct because we're just looking for professionalism, honesty, especially if we're remote workers. As a remote worker, you might start a project and then walk away, go to the store, and come back and say you worked on a project for 10 hours. I mean, some people do that, but the interviews that I've had recently, it seems you guys are pretty straightforward and honest and professional. But this is pretty much just a guide. So we do have a volunteer form that you fill out each time you do a job. Like say, for instance, today you volunteer and you talk to a few volunteers, organizing them. That may take you 10, 15, 20 minutes or an hour. You just fill that in and then send it in. And then tomorrow you have another day, you work that schedule, you fill out the form, send it in, and then I'll show you how to do the volunteer forms in just a minute, okay? So there's the standard codes of conduct. You just review that volunteer process. And then, so we're onboarding, we'll do a Zoom meeting, welcome letter, and I'm sending you the volunteer handbook. And then things about remote work, communication, our environment, remote work, the technology requirements. So hopefully you guys are all set up to get started. Termination agreement. So you could terminate this agreement anytime. I really truly ask that you do it in writing. Let me know. Of course, if the conduct is, unprofessional, or we hear something that, oh, I get the work that is like half done, and you say you work 10 hours, but you only work like one. That's rules for termination, but also you have the freedom to leave if you want, or stay if you want. Hopefully you stay. All right, and volunteer roles. These are so far what I'm looking for, but I do have a list of volunteers that I'm looking for, a more detailed list, and I'll get that to all our volunteer coordinators. That way they know who to look for. Research and contacts coordinator, I have them top of the list because right now we're a very new nonprofit, and the volunteer research and contacts coordinator is going to reach out to the nonprofits who are in line with our initiatives to see if we can partnership, to collaborate for funding sources, because most funding sources and grants, they ask that we have a partnership with someone who is more established, and possibly we can partnership with them to get more funding sources. Also, those funding sources will help us get our 501c3 going, some other grant writers in to bring money in to get us some employees that we can pay salaries, and hopefully you can be on salary in the future. Grant writer, volunteer coordinator, that is you, fundraising coordinator, social media, website content developer, and the board of directors. It pretty much make all the decisions where it comes to our initiatives in itself. Right now, I'm interviewing them, and then I'll get them on board as soon as I get my ducks in a row, getting things situated, getting our volunteers started, making the phone calls, getting people in, getting people involved. Okay. Then once that is set, and it's pretty much set in stone, then I'll put them into a spot. Okay. And then here's our conclusion. And if you could just sign and date that. And then here's our Urban Green Homes Nonprofit Volunteer Agreement. And that is just your term of agreement, your role and responsibilities. You understand that, your work arrangements, communication, confidentiality. I mean, this is a lot of information, but in a nutshell, it's just you working for us, and we keep some professionalism and privacy. And any amendments that changes, we'll get that over to you. This includes the entire agreement, and then you're just going to sign and date. All right, and then your volunteer agreement and release from liability. I mean, I wasn't sure what to put in here. I just kind of threw all this together until we get an HR manager, and that will be coming up soon, and they can um, organize it the best for based on their profession. Okay, so just work-life balance, just technology use. I mean, just understand that you can have distractions, things can happen, especially working remotely. This is just a review, a recap of just to be aware, okay? And you're just going to review all this and sign, date and sign, and your printed name, okay? And all that is scheduled through the DocuSign system. And then it kind of points you in a direction where to go and where to sign, okay? So the detailed job description, it's just a breakdown of your original job description that I sent. And it just tells you you're gonna basically what you're gonna do is use proactive strategies to identify and track individuals, utilize social media to outreach to employ or multi-channel approach to reach potential volunteers. This you'll get this in a nutshell. I mean, it's a lot of information on paper, but basically it's just calling, asking, talking about our mission and our objectives, and see if they're willing to um, come on board. I will um, add you to our LinkedIn page that you are able to see applications and all that good stuff, and be able to talk to the applicants online, or you be able to see their information. I don't know how to, right now, I'll figure it out how to explain this better. But for the time being, it's all written down for you, and it's all a boilerplate or a guide to guide you in the in the direction that we are looking for, okay? Communication and engagement, transition to payroll. So this will go to a payroll eventually. The harder we work, the more we get volunteers in, especially those grant writers, the more funding we get, then we can decide how to best bring on board more employees to pay part-time, full-time, and even remotely. So wherever you are, you'll be able to get paid remotely for now. Okay. I mean, until we get some income coming in. So it talks about qualifications, technology again. Just sign and date that you review this detailed job description. And there's a link to, if you know of other people who want to apply, there's the link. So all you have to do is click this link, and they can go to our to this document application and fill out the application there. All right. And then I just threw in for just to help align volunteers with the mission, um, understand the mission, skill and interest, training and orientation, regular communication, blah, blah, blah. That's also a fill-in. You can follow your own lead. I mean, based on your experience, you can take some of this information and use it, or you can use other information to help you do get the job done as efficiently and as professionally as possible, okay? And then you just sign and date that you received that information. Also, this is just a summarizing how to build some activity suggestions, because we are remote. You don't get to see people. So you'll do virtual icebreakers. It's just ideas. You have better ideas, go for it. But this is just generalization, okay? So virtual icebreakers, online trivia, quiz night, virtual escape room, blah, 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 team challenge, uh, book club, fitness or wellness challenge, virtual coffee breaks, you know, things like that, online team building, scare sharing, celebrate events. And basically, that's pretty much the DocuSign documents that I sent. And also I sent your personal application. So for here, this one is the volunteer coordinator that applied on November 9th. So this is all going to be separate based on each individual coming on board. You'll receive this video along with the DocuSign documents that you're going to sign. But let me show you where you would sign in. So let's stop sharing this document. This is where you're going to sign, not sign, but you're going to, oh gosh, I can't think straight right now. It's been a busy week. All right, so let me share the screen. This is to the website. Okay, so 113. I'm going to share. So when you come to the website, going green is our first words on there because we like green. So you're gonna go to become a part of our initiative. So there's the volunteer application. They can also go to our website and fill out the volunteer application. If you do talk to people and that are interested in volunteering that has not signed up through LinkedIn, for example, because right now I'm just using LinkedIn because it's easier to do volunteer application or postings than it would be for Indeed and Zillow. I'm not sure how that works, but maybe if you know, you can provide that information to me. But if you go down here to volunteer hours, you just go here, click that button, let it load, and here's the volunteer hours. So each day that you come in and you start work, you're gonna if you start, like I explained before, the code of conduct, if you start work and then you got interrupted and go to the store, for example, then you come back and you start again. It depends on your situation, but you know how many hours you worked. So you just put in what you think. You put in your first name, your last name, the title, and here I have the title. You have research and context coordinator, you have volunteer coordinator, volunteer, grant writer, member of the board. I mean, we'll add more as they go. And then you're going to put your email address. And this is each day that you begin work. So if you do today, um, you went back and forth and you know how many hours that you did, maybe 4 hours. Okay, you just do today's date and then you'll put the hours down that you worked. And then I didn't put the end hours because, like I said, you can have many distractions. So you're going to do how many hours have you volunteered today? So you're going to just put in your hours that you worked. Okay. Hopefully you don't do 15 hours in the day. You don't have to do 15 hours, but it's put as many hours as you can. Um, it's this is not set in stone. It is remote, and if we can just get volunteers, okay, that would be fantastic. If we can fill that gap, fill up the as many volunteers as we can, well, up to 12, that would be great. So that's an accomplishment. And then you just say what you did, what events or activities were the volunteers for? Did you call? Yes, no. I made phone calls and talked to blah, 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 talked to blah, 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 and did applications online. Put put a list together of volunteers that were possible applicants. So you know, based on your job description, I mean, based on your resumes and your interviews, you sound like you know what you're doing. So I know I'm just putting it out here as a guide. And if there's any information you'd like to upload for today, just go ahead and upload that information then, or you can wait until, um, I would say, let's say we have until the mid-January that we have a list of volunteers. This would kind of be our end date of volunteers that we gathered together and we also hired, and you're also managing. Put those hours in there. All right, and then I want to share one more thing. Let's share. Stop share. Okay, and let's go to, sorry, you're seeing my neck because there's two screens here. I mean, they're really right here. They're not really way up there. It's just the camera is right here. Where's the camera? Right there. And then I have two screens up here. So it looks like I'm looking way up in the sky, which I'm not. So let me get out of here and I'll show you where. Get out of here. It's taking a minute. Let's get out of here. I'm going to show you the form, what it looks like. So volunteer hour submission. And you're going to do, let's see, inbox. Okay, share that screen as soon as it comes up. Okay. Okay, so let's share this screen. So this is number 2, share. Okay, so when you go into the volunteer form, and I showed you what that looks like, and see, I have me as a test. There's 5 other people here. Each day they will put in what they did. And here I have the 29th. I'm a member of the board. And what I did is, so I spent 4 hours on this day. I generated 1 happy welcome coordinator volunteer. On board, this is a board. I spelled that wrong. So on board email to AY, created YouTube onboarding for research and contacts coordinator team, and first assignment video uploads. And I also did a Canva update. So that's pretty much what I'll get, or what you'll get when volunteers do log in, or they don't have to log in. They just fill out the form daily and say what they did. Or even if you not working daily, if you're working this week and then on next Tuesday you're working, just fill out the form at the end of the day when you're done your work, okay? And so far, that is pretty much it. So again, thank you so much for coming aboard. Oh, get out of here. For coming aboard, and I look forward to working with you. And our first assignment for our next meeting, that's when I'll go over what we're going to discuss about what your plans are, about how you're starting out to onboard volunteers, or even the volunteers that we currently have, what your plans are, how we're going to manage them, okay? So basically, that's pretty much the nutshell. Thank you so much again. And I look forward to working with you, and hopefully look forward to bringing some moolah so we can start getting paid. All right, thank you. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a great day. See ya.